Welcome back to Wake Up Call from the biggest little city in the world, Reno, Nevada. And there is a new treasure in town. You know, when I cook, it's all about flavors. And there's a place called the Bighorn Olive Oil Company at Mayberry Landing. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to experience flavors, you got to get here. Mercedes is the owner, and she will put you through a taste test you will not forget soon. There are 26 olive oils.
Yes.
And 29 balsamics. And I'm going to tell you right now, if you want to experience flavor that takes you from A to Z on your tongue, this is the place. And I mean, you just look around and see all these. And this is something really, folks, this is not in a bottle. This is in a vat, and they pour from the vat just like they do a great wine. And this is what you're going to get. You're going to get as fresh as you can imagine. There's so many here, but I said, let's pick out a few of our favorites. And unusual. There's a lot of ones you know about. There's garlic and there's basil infused oils, but let's talk about something different. What do you got for me?
I have an harissa olive oil. It's made with chili peppers, serrano peppers, piri peppers from Tunisia. It has caraway, coriander, and cumin in it as well. I like to pair it with a pineapple balsamic because it takes the sweet from the balsamic with the heat from the harissa, and it just melts together beautifully.
And you just heard all those pepper flavors. Now we're gonna do this. I'll let her get over there and get the littlest taster. But the great thing about it is, if you come in here, you can taste all this. You can taste everything you just heard her talk about. All right, now let's take this. Now this is the pepper. Now I'm gonna just to say I did. It doesn't do much on the nose, which is okay. But before we put the pineapple in, I'm gonna be daring, as they say. Wow, I mean to tell you, that parade of peppers down my tongue is wonderful. Now we're gonna put a little pineapple balsamic in here, and we're gonna mix that little puppy up. And now you're going to have everything from sweet to savory to hot, and it's just gonna be amazing. So. Wow, can I imagine? Oh my goodness, all over the mouth. I mean, it just, by the time it gets to the back of your mouth, you feel that heat just perfectly.
Don't you?
But the sweet kind of disguises it at first for you, and the pineapple it almost is a refreshing, and then you get excited in your mouth. And so my mouth is very excited right now, which is to say it's nice and warm.
Yeah.
But what a fun thing. If you come in, you got these little cups, you can taste everything.
You can taste everything, and we help you with pairings if you would like it. And we have like the blood orange with the dark chocolate or espresso with the garlic, and whoever helps you, we all have our personal favorites. So the thing to remember is our product in the Foosties, they're all fresh. We bottle here on site. We do have a few that we bottle a couple of minutes in the morning. We do that first to have it on hand. But really the most important thing to think about is, if you do not know where or how your olive oil was produced, where doesn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, what she's trying to say, folks, is right now about half the olive oil in the United States comes from Italy, but we do have producers in California. But Spain is the biggest manufacturer of olive oil.
Absolutely.
And of course, South America.
South America, we have quite a bit of Chilean olive oil in the southern hemisphere time. Right now we're in the midst of changing from southern hemisphere to northern hemisphere. So we are just awaiting, due to the storms in Europe, we are waiting for our oils from Spain, from Greece, from Portugal, and from Italy, of course.
Of course.
Yeah.
And for all you foodies and people that want to know, the history of olive oil goes back. The first olive oil that has been discovered by archaeologists over 2,500 years BC was in Crete. So it obviously we think more of Greece for the olive oil, but Crete, of course, is all in the Mediterranean. This is a very Mediterranean product. And the reason olive oil is everywhere in the world today is our good friend Julius Caesar went ahead and migrated when he was conquering the world and took his plantings, and that helped a lot. Not 100% sure of how it got to the North American continent. Again, we'll go back to when the Spanish came in and the priests brought it from Spain. That's probably the most logical. Now, let's try another olive oil.
Sure. Would you like to try the wild mushroom and sage? And I'll pair it up with a cinnamon pear for you.
Yeah, I can't even imagine. You just talk about those amazing flavors, and it's just hard to imagine as a simple oil. Now, I want to tell folks that a fun thing to do with these olive oils is to be able to just put them in a plain pasta and think about the things you could do. Throw in just a little bit of a fresh meat maybe, or just even a straight pasta. It could be amazing. So here we go. This is the wild mushroom and sage
With cinnamon pear.
with a cinnamon pear balsamic. Now I'll tell you, the balsamic is a whole other story, and an elegant, wonderful thing to cook with, an additive to foods. It always gives it many more layers of flavor. The pepper is still popping in my mouth, folks. Oh my. If you can imagine a savory with that cinnamon sweet, it's a huge savoriness. Delicious. I could see making a reduction and putting this on a piece of meat in a New York minute. That's good stuff. It is. Now, you also have many other products in the store.
Yes, we do. Let's not forget our highlighted product, which is extra virgin olive oil, and they come from all over the world. And we have the Northern Hemisphere oils at this time of year, and Southern Hemisphere when it's fresh in the Southern Hemisphere. So that is really important to us, is freshness. Other than olive oils and balsamics, we have both the dark balsamic and the white balsamic. And of course, if it's balsamic, it has to come from Modena, Italy. So we have a fantastic product that are flavored in all different flavors. We also carry a gourmet line. We have roasted almond oil. We have roasted walnut oil. We have toasted sesame oil that you taste.
Oh, my word.
Yes. You'll say wow too, right?
Oh.
And then we have a porcini oil, a white truffle oil, and a black truffle oil.
And I've done the white truffle macaroni and cheese, so they kind of know, but I didn't have the luxury of something this fresh.
Yes, it's lovely. And then by the request from customers, the roasted pumpkin seed oil, which was totally new to me,
Oh,
and
wow.
it's my new love of life. You can put it on anything, and I'm sure you can play with that.
And you get the toasted almonds. I mean, they have the toasted pumpkin seeds if you want those too.
Yes.
Absolutely spectacular. They've got all kinds of seasonings. A fun place to come to spend some time. Absolutely spectacular flavors that you cannot imagine. And they're open 7 days a week at 10:30 in the morning, and starting in March they'll have extended hours, but right now from 10:30 to 5:30 here at Mayberry Landing. Come on down, say hi to Mercedes and her crew, and just be amazed at great flavors at one of the new great treasures here in Reno.